After a week full of high fives, hugs, tactile interaction, Gabe and I are back in our own distant corners of this lofty land. We've returned to our home offices. E3 is over. We look forward to next E3. But in the meantime, there are a lot of games, Gabe, that have packed in a very colorful calendar from Nintendo. I think they're the best in the business at creating these just aesthetically pleasing looks at what's ahead.
Speaking of aesthetically pleasing, I now have a challenge for you. I challenge you to not cut your beard in any way, not even a trim, until next E3. I like that scruff you got going on.
I have baby skin. It gets itchy so fast. And I'm already itchy for so many of these games. Let us know in the comments down below which quadrant of color you are most excited for. Nintendo has broken this down for us into Q2, Q3, Q4, and 2020. I will note, Gabe, that 2020 is looking a little bit sparse. Granted, there's many months to announce, many games.
Yeah.
But I honestly, it may not make a lot of sense, but I kind of want to just start with the 2020 section because it's so small.
All right.
So for 2020, they have Minecraft Dungeons, which looks surprisingly cool. Empire of Sin, No More Heroes, Triple Jam, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Trials of Mana, and Gods and Monsters. And that's it. Now, this is a testament to a few things. One, Nintendo likes to hold things close to their sleeve until they're ready to announce. Two, third parties aren't really that on board with the system, even though we beg them to be over and over again. And three, next year is a weird year. It is a new console year, but it's also a massive game year with titles like Cyberpunk 2077, Last of Us 2, hitting other platforms.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Don't forget that. Avengers, which looks great, but apparently isn't so hot.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's not for this video. 2020 is small, but mighty. I like No More Heroes 3. Obviously, Animal Crossing is the big to-do. And Minecraft Dungeons looks surprisingly fun.
I'm not worried. I think that 2020 will fill itself out. I think we'll get a bunch of other games. That's not a concern for me. Out of these, I'm honestly excited about all of them except one. Can you guess which one I'm not excited for?
Empire of Sin.
Yeah, because that's the only one that I have zero interest in. Everything else, I know I'm going to play in some way or another. Trials of Mana looks awesome. Super, super awesome. Who's not going to play No More Heroes 3? We get some motion control, waggling toilet action, Zach. We know how much we like that.
I feel like if you haven't played No More Heroes and like you're like, ooh, new big retail Switch game, No More Heroes 3, and you see how Travis charges his sword and saves, you might be a little put off, but there is quality content there.
Yeah.
At least we hope. The first and second game were definitely a lot of fun. Let's move to Q2. Now we'll go in a nice chronological order. Yellow is the color of Q2, and it makes sense because bananas are yellow. Mario Maker's builder outfit is yellow. Cadence of Hyrule, there's yellow stuff in it.
Sure.
Contra C is yellow. Catan is yellow. Collection of Mana is yellow.
Okay.
A lot of yellow.
All right.
Yeah.
Cadence of Hyrule is amazing. One of the, people said this a lot, Polygon. One of the best Zelda spin-offs ever made. There isn't a ton of them, but yeah, the game's phenomenal. I finished it. You and I played a tiny bit of co-op, not a whole lot, but
It won't give me a weapon.
yeah, I hogged.
I was just rhythm bouncer Link, just hopping around having a dance.
Cadence of Hyrule is a must-own. I am happy to report, Zach, that it is the number 2 bestseller on Switch right now, only behind
Nice.
NBA 2K19 because it's a $3 game. But yeah, the $25 the $25 premium on Cadence, had me a little bit worried if people were going to get it, but the Zelda name has propelled them to number 2, maybe number 1 a little bit later in the week. That's awesome. I can say that I've been playing My Friend Pedro and I like it. I can say that. I can't say too much more. But that game's cool. Super Mario Maker, we know what that's going to be. I want to try that Horde mode for Overcooked. How are you feeling about that?
Fight the Moldy Bread. I'm down with it tonight. I just downloaded it.
Oh, okay, cool.
It was like a surprise, just like it's out there. They do such a great job with their DLC.
Yeah.
And we're at the end of Q2, so this is basically June.
Sure.
So there's a surprising amount of stuff for June. Mario Maker 2 being the behemoth coming next week.
Yeah.
End of next week. That's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great way to close out the quarter. Q3, if we look ahead, has a smorgasbord of new, old, retro, remake. It's just, to me, this is the strange one. This is the one where it's like, I don't know. You got big spots for Resident Evil 5 and 6, Dead by Daylight, but then you also obviously have Link's Awakening, Wolfenstein 2, or Wolfenstein Youngblood, getting that 2-player action day and date. Fire Emblem Three Houses, which I feel has, fallen off the radar.
I want to stop.
In a weird way.
Let me stop there for a second. I have a friend of mine that runs a Fire Emblem Heroes dedicated YouTube channel, and I saw him tweet the other night. He was like, "I was really worried about Fire Emblem until they revealed something recently. I don't know what it was, and I remember it being a story spoiler, so I probably wouldn't have said it anyways. But I feel like even hardcore Fire Emblem fans aren't super excited or anything.
Which is so weird because that was one that last year we were talking about as being a tentpole, top tier, super hyped title, and it feels like marketing wise they have completely that game is out in a month, and
it wasn't even at E3.
Well, yeah, it wasn't even there.
All right, I'm really curious about it. Of course, we're gonna play it. We are. I think it still has the potential to be amazing, but yeah, right now,
why aren't they pushing it?
Curiosity is all they have from me right now.
Yeah, it's also got Mua 3. Which was surprisingly fun at E3. That game won me over as being a pretty good time. Is it going to be super serious? Is it going to deliver this epic tale? Probably not. But as a fun cooperative beat 'em up, it's quality, and the character swapping and switching was pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, a huge roster of characters with a lot promised to come with DLC. A lot of people are saying that they're more excited for this than the Avengers project from Square Enix, which is just called Marvel's Avengers now. So that to me was a little surprising. I think it was fun. I think the RPG elements that are there are going to be enough to keep us engaged going forward, and I do think it's going to be a fun story, Zach. I know that we didn't get too much of a glimpse of that during our gameplay of it. During E3, we had to skip a lot just because we wanted to play as much as we could. But I think if you're a fan of these comic-style stories, I think what they're doing here and changing up stuff that we've seen before as far as Infinity Stones and things like that, but just still making it original, I think that's going to be really, really fun.
Yeah, I mean, and to be clear, these lists aren't comprehensive. Crash Team Racing is out in June, and that's not a part of the Q2 list. And FIFA 20 is coming out, and that's not here anywhere. So this isn't totally comprehensive. It's focusing, I guess, on maybe more of the things that were at E3 and kind of highlighted there. But it is, to me, noteworthy that third party just there's old third-party stuff. Ni no Kuni, Alien Isolation will be coming up in the next segment.
Wolfenstein is there. And that's
it's Bethesda.
Yeah, third-party. Spyro.
Yeah, Spyro's a nice addition. He's also going to be in CTR.
You're forgetting about a big third-party one that I am now super, super hyped for, and they've done a really good job marketing this. Dragon Quest XI.
Old game.
It is, but it's new to Switch, and I'm super hyped for it. So
is Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, that's a different kind of old, Zach. That's a different kind of old.
Every year.
I want to say though. I mean, you didn't say this, but Dragon Quest XI has a bunch of new exclusive Switch content.
It does, which is really cool. The S edition is cool. And if you look at it from Nintendo's output, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Astral Chain, Zelda Link's Awakening.
Dude, I have
no idea why you're so excited.
Dude, if Astral Chain sucks, I'm gonna be super sad.
I know you are.
I am gonna be
so much behind. Why? We didn't even see much gameplay.
No, see, but they had the 3 things you didn't know about it. I don't know if there was.
I was shocked that we didn't get to play it.
They're saying it's a mix of Bayonetta and Nier. Man, as far as gameplay wise, the speed of it, it sounds perfect. I think it's so cool for some reason.
I feel and maybe this is their intention. We talked about earlier in the year how a lot of handheld franchises were coming to Switch, but I feel a lot of these games feel like handheld games. The scope of Astral Chain to me does not seem like a massive console game, and maybe I'm completely wrong.
Yeah, you are, dude. It's like a Bayonetta game. What do you mean? It's not a Bayonetta game. Obviously, stylistically,
I just feel like they're not selling it in that way. I don't know. Maybe it will end up.
The scale of it seems huge. There's some insane boss fights that we've seen in trailers. We've seen some.
I don't mean scale like that. I mean the scope of the game.
Dude, I am super hyped for that game.
I hope it delivers. What's your post E3 Zelda Link's Awakening take? Because this one's out sooner than we expected, September 20th. By all accounts, that's the anchor for this quarter.
My needle hasn't.
You're softer on it than
My needle hasn't moved as the thing. I
expected.
Yeah, the thing is, it's the game that it is.
Yeah.
And the dungeon stuff is cool, create your own dungeon thing, but we didn't get to play that. So again, just the needle hasn't moved for me at all. I'm so excited that it's coming sooner, like you mentioned. So that's really cool. But Astral Chain has my attention because that's a brand new game.
So is Astral Chain your pick from this quarter?
I mean, I'm looking at the list real quick. It's hard for me to pick between Astral Chain and Mua, I guess. Yeah, those are the ones. I mean, there's a couple more that I would like to give a little shout out here to, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
I think the Sinking City looks interesting. I don't know what the quality of the game's going to be like, but having recently played through A Plague's Tale on another platform, obviously, this seems to be the same kind of like tier of game. It's like a high B tier game is what I would call it. So yeah, I want to give that a shout out. And Zach, Dead by Daylight is looking good on Switch. It played well, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know I'm not going to play Ni no Kuni again, but that's cool for fans of the genre. I'm not going to play through it again. And I am curious about Oninaki. I am curious.
Yeah, that one did look cool from Square's conference. My pick is Wolfenstein Youngblood. I think that's the game I had the most fun with. The co-op action is really cool there. And while it is a little bit, I don't know what word we're going to say, like kind of covered in honey or oil with the graphics, it still like was totally fun on Switch. And I think having like a true focused co-op shooter will be really cool. There's
a bunch of games here that I want. Okay, let's count like the ones I want from this month. Let's do that.
All of them.
No, not all of them. Wolfenstein, Mua, Fire Emblem, Astral, Oninaki, Spyro, Zelda, Dragon Quest, Dead by Daylight. 9. That's a lot.
You will buy one of the Resident Evils. I just feel it.
Probably.
You were so fascinated by 5.
Yeah, dude, it's a good game. It
is, but it feels so old. It's so weird to play like 7 and 2 and then go back to that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to Q4, which gets the blue color. It is blue for Pokemon Sword, not Shield, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, and Luigi's other brother in the Scarescraper. This is to me the best grouping, and it's the best because of the titles at the top. Pokemon Sword and Shield seem awesome. Luigi's Mansion 3 seems awesome. You've got the like how did they do it Witcher 3 complete edition
that is a
coming to Switch on a cart.
Curious. Yeah, I don't know how they're doing it. Well, 32 gig cart, we know how we're doing that. They just have a higher capacity.
And then we have like the Final Fantasy 8, Alien Isolation, Panzer Dragoon, Crystal Chronicles like kind of weird me out. Oh, and Dark Crystal Tactics, which visually may be the worst. I don't know. That one is. It was like by Netflix. I thought Netflix was coming to Switch. Then it was like, no, it's a Dark Crystal game from Netflix.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what?
That's
not what we wanted.
For me, Q3 is so much stronger.
Really?
Yeah.
Pokemon is so good this time.
Sure.
Which was funny because right now Pokemon is like in the doghouse, in the Yamper house.
What? Why?
Because of the Pokemon, the Pokedex.
Oh, yeah, people are upset. Yeah. It doesn't matter to me in the slightest. But let's not diminish Q4, though. Luigi's Mansion, I think, looks amazing.
I'm not diminishing. I think it's the best.
Yeah. So, Pokemon, I was super into. I don't think I'm playing Panzer Dragoon. I'm going to dabble in Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. I'm definitely dabbling there. Dauntless is a free-to-play game that
Dauntless is cool.
I had a fun time with that. It's a free-to-play Monster Hunter game. It's not a Monster Hunter game, but it's the same style of game. Crystal Chronicles, I might not even touch. The Witcher, yeah. Alien Isolation, I don't. Sega just
Did you like that game?
Yeah, but I'm not playing it again.
Yeah.
There's only so much.
Final Fantasy 8 remastered.
Yeah, I'll play that before I play. I don't want to hide in a locker, Zach, for like 10 hours.
I love that we have Final Fantasy 7 remake, which is like balls to the wall insanity pushing tech, and then they're like, we also are doing a remaster of Final Fantasy 8.
It looks better. It does. What game here is going to be a sleeper? I think. Hopefully, we'll see.
Ukulele and the Impossible Lair.
Yeah, I feel like that could be a sleeper.
Those guys are passionate and creative. It's just collectathon and the style that they did. They said they're never going to use the word inspired by again or the phrase inspired by. But
no. They said spiritual successor.
Spiritual successor. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, they're never saying that again.
Well, fine. I'm not going to say that. It does look like it's inspired by Zelda and like
Donkey Kong
Tropical Freeze, which that's not a bad combo.
Yeah.
So that could be really fun. But like, do we need to talk about why Sword and Shield and 3 are good? Probably not. But
I just want to say, though,
those were the stars of the E3 show for us.
I just want to say Final Fantasy VIII has the best card game, like in any Final. It's like I can remember. I mean, Final Fantasy doesn't have a ton of card games, but they all have like a mini game. Go on.
I want this. There's this board game, card game called Clank that should come to Switch.
Oh, all right.
That's a good card game.
Okay.
So yeah, Q4 is to me the best. The major it's weird to me that Doom Eternal isn't on here because it's supposed to be, but we've seen those weird, like, no date for Doom Eternal, so I'm not quite sure, because remember, Doom Eternal also is part of this quarter.
I don't know why they would not hit. It seems like it shouldn't be a problem because Wolfenstein is hitting. I mean, we'll see.
It's
we'll
curious to me.
Yeah, we'll see.
Again, this is not a comprehensive list, but if we are to include Doom Eternal, then Q4 gets even heftier.
Sure.
And NBA will be... Well, NBA will be Q3.
Yeah. FIFA, where you at? You get version? Yeah, no.
I still, like, I can't not feel weird about, like... There's no, like, major Ubisoft game. There's no major, like, 2K joint. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, yep, we got Resident Evil 5 and 6, Alien Isolation, and Final Fantasy 8. And
I've come to accept that.
I know you have. I
know you're
it just feels like... Well, because the company keeps saying the sales are great. We want to be a part of this. We love it. And then they don't. So I don't...
Games take a while.
Telling me it's still coming. It's still coming.
Games take a while to make, dude. They do.
Not if you look like Dark Crystal Tactics.
Okay.
All right. So those are the categories, I guess. We touched on 2020 at the start. How you feeling about this excitement-wise the rest of the year, and which category is your favorite?
There's a ton of games that I'm going to be playing. There's a bunch. Some aren't new. Some, Dragon Quest, it's a little bit older, but it's still new enough for me. I've never played it. I feel really good. Really good. The only thing that's changed for me is Animal Crossing isn't this year. Everything else is perfectly fine. My height for Astral Chain is now astronomical. So, we'll see how that ends up. Zelda's going to be a cool adventure.
Astral Chain is good.
Yeah. Plus, man, having Cadence be as awesome as it is and, Pedro be as cool as it is, we're in a good spot. There's a lot to still look forward to. I know it's a light year as far as releases on other platforms also. So I'm glad that Nintendo has a bunch of exclusives that are going to be taking my time.
Yeah, their exclusive lineup is still stellar. Animal Crossing not being there is a bummer, but it's still a pretty knockout lineup. You're getting a Zelda game. You're getting Mario Maker 2, which we cannot forget counts. Even though it's so soon after 3, like it counts. For me, it's that Q4 because you throw Doom Eternal in there. You got Luigi's Mansion 3. I think Pokemon Sword and Shield will go down as probably since the original, probably my favorite Pokemon game. It just is shaping up so well. And the new Pokemon, the way that we've discussed how they're handling the marketing, of keeping them under wraps, the graphics, the wild area, so much so cool. It's interesting, though, that we could almost have written this list before going to E3.
Yeah. Well, could have never predicted Panzer Dragoon.
I guess.
Could have never predicted Panzer Dragoon, Zach.
Or Alien Isolation. Yeah. We're over here like maybe Mass Effect, maybe Bioshock, maybe Tomb Raider. Alien Isolation.
Yeah.
It's just, most of the list, like, no surprise from Nintendo and no real, like, other, like, third-party exclusive outside of, like, the downloadable stuff, of course.
Sure. I've come to terms with all that, like I said. Gods and Monsters is a good addition. It's not exclusive in any way, but still, I'm hyped for that. Yeah.
Have to see what that's like, yeah. I hope that Roller Champions makes its way to Switch, because that honestly was the second most fun game I played at E3.
I hope it does, and I think it should. I don't know why it wouldn't.
It's so cool.
Yeah, there were so many conflicting reports on E3. People saying it's confirmed, other people saying no, it's not. Man, who knows?
One last thing I want to touch on, multiplayer-wise, outside the sports stuff, and I guess Wolfenstein co-op,
Mario Maker. Mario Maker's going to have they're going to make a push for the DLC.
And they're bringing back the online friend core.
Yeah, so yeah,
eventually
that'll be cool. Plus, we're gonna get
now we know why they were selling it with their
Smash characters. There's
another reason Q4 wins. Banjo-Kazooie is coming in Q4.
There you go.
Let us know in the comments which quarter you like. Is it yellow? Is it green? Is it blue? Or is it purple? How do you feel about the colors of Nintendo Switch's coming rainbow? We have more E3 stuff to get through, but we wanted to give you kind of a look ahead from our first day back. Some sleep to catch up on, some news to catch up on, and some footage to go through. We'll be bringing you a bunch of that soon. Let us know if there's anything specific you want to see, what you're hyped for from this list. And until next time, thanks so much for watching. For myself and Gabe, SwitchForce out.